See Vantana back? Yes, first thing first. A new remake of the previous Goat Simulator game? I wish it welcome, that would be great. One thing I wonder about when I watched the announcement trailer for the remaster is this. Let's say that you are a human, you did something wrong, and you end up in prison. And the guardian says, here is your cell, you can take the bed, the first floor bed closest to the floor, a new roommate, you will get that tomorrow. And you went to sleep in your bed, and you have a terrible nightmare about this. Then the nightmare gets so bad that you fall out of bed. And when you wake up on the floor, this is what you see. 2 cloven hooves, with the name love on one of them and hate on the other. What does that mean, developers? Is this a little bit darker meaning about this, since Pilgor has been in jail? Does love means if an inmate does something wrong and get kicked down to the floor by Pilgor, does this mean that he has to choose between love or hate? Does that mean that if he chooses love, he or she has to show respect to Pilgor and kiss his hoof? Is that what it is? Or they can choose hate and be kicked or trampled? Is that what it is? I found this a little bit dark, so I don't know. I don't know what I mean with that. But anyway, that's how it is. One other thing that caught my eye is the tattoos that Pilgor has on her back. Is that a demon? Is that another flying goat? I don't know. It clearly has horns, it clearly has a tail, and it clearly has wings. Is that so that the prison life has hardened Pilgor? Make him not so much soft anymore and try to establish his ranking in prison? Is that what it is? I don't know. One thing is for sure, you don't want to be roommate to Pilgor, that's for sure. And clearly in the intro announcement video they have trouble keeping Pilgor locked up, that's for sure. If you take a look at this picture here, this is the still picture right before the director of, or the leader of the prison, getting knocked down, headbutt by Pilgor, with other words. Take a look at the details on Pilgor's body. You can see the tattoo clearly. Pilgor has a knife on her neck or side the throat, and a chain. Well, let's put it this way. What went through the brain of the director, the leader of the facility? I don't know. But one thing is for sure, he knows that his moment was there, and his moment was before he died, that's for sure. When he got knocked down by Pilgor. Oh, that's how it is, but it's a pretty cool picture anyway, and it's a pretty cool still frame I got from the announcement trailer here. It's clearly that it is a dagger or a knife. If you take a look at this picture here, it looks more clearer actually. Before Pilgor look at the leader of the prison that keeps all the prisoners locked up. Pilgor looks really terrifying, so it's clearly that the prison life has hardened Pilgor a lot. I don't know if prison is the right place for a goat that actually can destroy a city on its own. It's a right place for her. I don't know. But be aware guys, if I mix him or her during this review, there is a reason for that. Take a look at my previous video where I discuss are Pilgor a boy or a girl, because I think that's relevant, because it was clearly in the previous day that Pilgor was a boy. But take a look at that video guys and get more information about it. You might be agree with me here. Now let's talk about things I wanna see changed in the remake. For example, the Vego supermarket, as it says on the sign here, it's unfortunately closed until further notice. Reasons may vary. You may now leave. maybe they should open this hall market or shopping market in the remake, so that are different stores in there. They managed to do that in Goat Simulator, where the goat was waking up from the dead. Goat Said, was it called? Yes, I think it was Goat Said. They had a shopping mall there. Why not have a shopping mall open this time? Because this is clearly a sign that says you have to wait. It's not opened yet. Maybe they can open this during the remake. Why not? And make a shopping hall there. As I mentioned earlier on in another video, I think it's about time to make game a little bit more realistic and have more shops open, so that you can use the dollar you earn in the game to buy things, buy food and so on, and buy other things Pilgor might use in the game, might make Pilgor healthier for a while, maybe jump a little bit higher or maybe a little bit faster, depending on what she's eating, maybe. I'm just guessing here, guys, because I think it's time that in Sanagora the shopping mall should be opened. One other thing I would like to see is more goods in the store, because it's clearly out of stock due to opting. Why not give the store more things in the fridge, so it looks more realistic? Just a thought, guys. There are clearly some movies that hasn't been exposed yet on VHS. Sergeant Yankee's Enemy. Is that some videotapes that might be available in the future, developers? I don't know. It's clearly a Marvel reference. Instead of Marvel it says Wonder. Why not? I found it weird. Now, one thing I would like to see, this is a major one. Maybe some of you agree with me. Why can't developers now take all the other worlds, like Payday, MMO, Suburbville, Goatville, and all of the places, Mount Olympus, and make them all glued together like in a gigantic world? Why not? Let's say that Sanagora is the main capital, and you will then hook up the desert area, where you have the city of Payday, for example. You can have Goat Bay as a suburban city, or as it's called up here, Drabant city, to close to the Sanagora city. And you can also take the MMO and make that into a sort of a theme park area, where you can become a medieval knight or a dragon or whatever. Why not glue all of this map together and make it into a one gigantic world? I would like to see that, developer. That would be pretty cool. And then you can make the roads longer, so the Pilgor can use the car more and get more around. How about this? Why not have the possibility to take the car and drive from Sanagora to Payday, for example, out in the desert? Why not? Or maybe even this. Why not build a space station where you can take a rocket up to dead waste of space if you need to see that island, for example, that you can travel up to it from Sanagora, for example? Why not? I would like to see that. That would be pretty cool. So is that a thought, developers, to make it all in one big gigantic world? I would like to see that. And you can hook up Goatville, for example, to it. That would be pretty cool. What I would like to see is as followed. In the remastered version, I would like to have an option. Would you like to play as a goat or as a human? Which that you have different tasks to do in the game. One, if you are a human and you choose the human, you will have missions to do everything to stop Pilgor's plans to take over the world. Or if you choose Pilgor, you might do what you can to destroy the humans to become the dominated species in the world. How about that? One thing I would like to see in the game is this. And this is just my thought again, guys. I don't know if developers agree with me, but this is my thought, okay? The first picture you see when you're watching the announcement trailer is this cash grab penitentiary, I hope I pronounced that correctly, holding for cash grab crimes against gaming, okay? Let's put it this way. Let's say you have two ways to start up the new Goat Simulator remaster. If all the lands are glued together as I mentioned, why not the first task Goat Pilgor has to do is to do what he can to take over the whole entire world. The entire big world with Payday and all of that. The first thing she needs to do is to build a prison to hold humans that are not behaving as Goat Pilgor wants them to behave. Just hear me out there, guys. Let's say Pilgor, you start the game, first mission is to build a prison, a penitentiary for the humans to be held in if they do something wrong. Then Pilgor can put you as a human in jail, in her own jail that she built for the humans that are not behaving. And as you can see here, this is a snip from the announcement trailer again, because I was thinking, why not then have different types of cells in that prison, depending on how much you manage to disturb Pilgor's plan. If you do a simple crime, you might get a level 1 cell, where you for example have to do a task, for example build a statue of Pilgor. And when you have built a statue and you say that you are finished, then the cops could take you as a human out to the main core in Goatville, put the statue that you have made on a pedestal, and then the police can gather the goat human with the goat head around the statue and decide if you are worthy enough to be released. That can be level 1 jail. But if you do something a harder task, for example, you end up in a level 2 cell. Then you have to do something harder to get out of the prison cell again. For example, it can be a panic room. See where I'm going? It can be a survival room where you have to find a way to get out of it. Why not? One thing that I like to see in the game is one of the tasks can be like this. You have to find objects in Goatville, for example, before Pilgor finds out that you have taken the objects and completed the task, because that will destroy Pilgor's plan of world domination. Well, you might get a task from your general when you start up the game as a human. Hey, go to Goatville, try to find the objects that are laying around in different locations in Goatville before Pilgor knows what you are doing, and go as undercover as you can. Don't get spotted by some of the civilians maybe, or Pilgor can alert the daycare center that you are loose, because think about it, in Goatville human are dog. So then you have to find the objects before you get captured by the daycare center leader. How about that? If you get caught, the daycare center leader can put you to tasks in to be an obedient dog. You have to do tasks in the area, in the yard area in the game, where the daycare center is. You have to go through the tunnel and all of that. Why not? That would be pretty cool. You see where I'm going? Because then you are getting more and more trained to become a dog, a human dog. And Pilgor will then have more and more control over you. How about that, developer? As you can see from the picture here we grow 400 new apartments. Should be done in 2023. Anyway, why not have this apartment ready in 2024 when all the remasters of the game has been done, and then Pilgor can make herself or buy herself an apartment in one of the block, a flat that Pilgor can furnish as her wants to furnish a home and have a home in Sanagora. Why not? That would be pretty cool, or what? Anyway, thank you for watching my short review this time. I just need to get it out of my system. This is just my take on what should be done in Goat Simulator. Thank you for watching. See you soon, guys. Take care. Bye.